Shalom, sisters. All praises to Yahweh. Shem Mashiach Yahawashi. Thank you for another day. I just thank him for another day. This class right here, I'm gonna make it straight to the point. I know it's late, but you can revisit and watch it at a later date. But today's class is important because I want to discuss like something that I know I deal with, and that's kind of like a sluggard spirit. Someone that's a sluggard is tired, lazy, you know, like a mental tired. Like it's just a cloud over them. They don't want to really do much. They want to do the bare minimum. And I know women like married women and women that's not married. We sometimes this affects us. Okay, like we don't want to do nothing. We want to lay around. The house get dirty. We're not really taking care of everything the way we supposed to, and then all of a sudden, it's just an effect that trickles down. But that's why it's called rebuking that sluggard spirit, because at the end of the day, it's all about you doing, we as women doing our responsibilities through the Most High. Anything else is not going to work. If we're doing it for other people, it's not going to work. And right now, it's like you have to pay attention to the signs. That's what's going on right now. The government is shutting down. Food prices is going up. Rumors of wars, that's always happening. But this coronavirus is a new variant every month. Monkeys escaping from a laboratory truck, and they're killing the monkeys, and we don't know why. All this is going on. And with the times, when you pay attention to the times, and if you study to show yourself approved, like we all should, then you should know this is the season not to be hanging out or being lazy. This is the season it's like crunch time. And I'm going to open up with Ecclesiastes, Salakia 3, chapter 3, verse 1 and 8. To everything there is a season. See, scripture says, Shalom, sisters. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heavens. So there's a time for everything under the heavens. That's where we are now. Yes, where we're sitting. To a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Now that can go two ways. You can pluck it up. You can pluck it up because, hey, I just it's time. It's ready. I'm beating on the watermelon. It sounds hollow. Let's bring it in. And the pluck it up is okay. Is a war going on outside? People are stealing food because they can't get food. Now you need to pluck up what you got outside and bring it into your family, right? Or the first fruit, you can pluck it up. 3, a time to kill and a time to heal. Right now, as bad as a lot of us get, it's not the time to kill. I'll let you know. This ain't why I'm reading this, so you can be like, oh, that means it's time to kill. It's a time to heal, meaning to take your vitamins and stuff to keep from getting sick, taking care of the ones that are getting sick, right? And a time to break down and a time to build up. They can go two ways too. Breaking down. You can like a breakdown, like have like, oh my God, this is a lot. I'm just gonna just I'll use myself as an example. Like what happened to my daughter, it was a time for me to break down. I got to break down every single thing and examine, right? And a time to build up. And then I slowly took what stones were good, put it up, let's build. The ones that's bad, throw them away or get rid of them, for a time to weep and a time to laugh. Is it a time to weep right now, or is it time to laugh? Now we could take that two ways, because right now it seems like the world is weeping and we're laughing. because they aren't paying attention to the signs. They think, oh my God, everything is going crazy. But we looking at the Bible, like we tried to tell y'all, but you ain't listen, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Okay. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. Okay. It's a time you can just like, okay, we don't really need this here. And a time to gather them together to build something. Will you use stones for to build? Or some people I know take that as a stoning. I don't know. But it's not a time to stone people. I can tell you that now. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. This is the time when you should refrain from really embracing people, especially if they're not in the truth, because you end up getting sick. You know what I'm saying? A time to get and a time to lose. Is a time for us to get things, a time for us to just let it go. A time to keep and a time to cast away. I'm just finished because I just love these verses right here. 7, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. What does rend mean? Like just to rip your clothes. Like, man, this ain't, because in that day, and when we are the cash prizes of being ravished, you ain't gonna, a lot of stuff you're gonna be ripping up. Like, I can't be seen in this. They gonna try to doggone get me. Time to sew. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let me sew up a full covering. Let me, it can go a lot of ways. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. And we all know that's a given, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Right now, it is a time for you, us sisters, to get up and be prepared. Just imagine the Most High is sending me. He could be sending me to tell you, you need to get up and get stuff together for your family, and you don't listen. And then you think about this video like, man, they tried to that sister tried to tell me this in the video. Because I don't know what y'all think, or what y'all think it is when when Yahawashi come back, but it says that his garment is going to be dipped in blood. Okay? Blood. He's not playing with us when he come back. I was talking to this with a sister a while ago, and it was so powerful. Like the spirit bear witness, we both had chills coming up on our bodies, and we just wept because this is what's to come. Like right now, if you're a sister that's sitting around, you ain't doing nothing, get your tail up. Write a list, pace yourself. Get your household in order the best way you can. I'm not saying that I'm not coming to you in all means like my household in order, girl, is clean. It's things happen, I get it. But this is kind of the home stretch. We have to work hard. We have to work our best to get strong. That Proverbs 31 woman, she was strong and she could defend herself if she needed to. Okay? So with that verses being read, I'm reading that to tell you this is not the time of all times. This ain't the time for us to be sluggards. This ain't the time for us to be a sluggard. This ain't no time for us to be playing around, doing social media gatherings and stuff for men. This is your time that if you ain't reached out for the Most High in all your walk, this is time now. Stop doing stuff to impress people. If you, say for instance, if you really want to, sometimes the Most High put us on a platform. Hey, I want to make these videos to show a sister how it is. Now, if you're doing something to make it seem like your life is lavish, you being fake and you're doing it to man. A real sister, I'm looking at that video when her house really jacked up. Okay. When she really, like, when the days aren't, because, when there's like bloopers there, you know what I'm saying? That's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to take this time. If you're going to show your life, show it right. Show it for the Most High. Because if you're leaving stuff out to impress us, that means you're a man pleaser. Okay? Do it right. That's why I come to you guys as humbly as I know how. I ain't never come to you like I just want everything to be perfect and everything to be fine, and everything is great, and my life, I get up every morning, I do this, like, and being fake, I'm not going to do that to you. I tell you exactly where I went off, not because I'm proud of it. Don't be foolish enough to think that I'm proud because I list these things. I list these things for one, to tell you guys that I go left too. I'm not perfect. I'm still I die daily. And two, to show you that you're not the only thing working. You're not the only person that needs to work on stuff. And three, I tell you, because none of y'all can determine my fate. I don't care what no one thinks about me. I care what the Most High thinks about me, and I care that what He told me that I should be doing right now. I'm not doing this because I want to be seen and stuff like that. I'm doing that because the Most High commanded me to do it. And we're tight. And if you're an Israelite sister, you're gonna look your best if you're gonna put and represent your household when you do so. Okay, so that's just something that we need to work hard and do. And you can do it. I promise you. Proverbs 13:18-19. Let's go there. Poverty and shame shall be with him that refuseth instruction. If you're the type of sister, no one can tell me nothing. Okay, I rule my household. I don't need to do that. I don't need to learn how to plan. I don't need to homeschool my kids. Then you're going to be a poverty and shame. Poverty. You ain't going to have nothing. It don't have to be physically like you poor. It could be like you think poorly. And it's a shame if you refuse instructions, because the Most High going to show that you're refusing instructions. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to come to Most High, you better come wholeheartedly. Because if you're going left, He going to expose you to those that are close to Him. The ones that's unlearned, they sit around all types of evil. And me, I'm just, and women like it's plenty, it's a lot of sisters, not many, but it's some out there that sit and we just look and just, wow. Because you refuse instruction. You think you know better. And then you're sitting, and then shame and poverty is going to come to you. But he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. A person that actually listens and regards the reproof and change, those are the ones that will be honored. If you don't, you won't. Is nothing in between there that makes me think that He's going to change His mind about that. This is the Most High. Like, we have to step up as women. Let me go to 19. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul. So if you accomplish something like, oh, I got my house clean, or I got my kids in order today, or I was able to do this for my husband, I was able to make alms, it's sweet to you. It feels so good. Even something little like, you know what? I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. It's little, but it's big to you, and it makes you feel good because if you get up at 5, then you can get up at 4, or you can, and when you get up at 5, you can do more productive things. You need to get accustomed to waking up early. We have to get accustomed to that. Be ahead, so you can be a part of your things. And if you can't say, well, I can't do that because this, then you already lost. That's nothing worse than a sister that when they say, oh my God, how did you lose that weight? How did you learn this? How did you do that? And you tell them, and it's like, oh, that's too much for me. How do you homeschool your kids? Oh, I just get up and oh, that's too much for me. I can't handle it. Then okay, then get mad because you say then what you're telling me is I'm too lazy to raise my child. I'm gonna let the oppressor do it because I'm lazy and I have a sluggard spirit. That's what you're saying. Because good and well, we need to get off that sluggard spirit and bring our kids back home and let them be learned by the woman. Now that it's popular, Now that the black women and all of our sisters are being on the pet on blast because how we've been going off with the man, now it's popular for us to sit in the house. Take full advantage. Bring your kids home. Get away from that foolishness. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish here. I'm passionate about what I'm saying. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to fools to depart from evil. A foolish woman ain't gonna want to stop hanging out. A foolish woman ain't gonna stop feeling validated by all these women out here. She got to do this because I want the world to see what I got going on, and they gonna say I'm blessed and I'm praised. Who cares? Them women that usually do that, it's like, what is the Most High saying? What does He say about you? That's what we need to think about. It ain't about impressing me, any other sister. It's about impressing the Most High. When you impress the Most High, everything else will line up like some ducks. You impress man, everything else gonna line ducks of you looking like a fool. I'm just saying. Let me bring out precept for that. Because when Philippians 2:14-16, do all things without murmuring and disputing. See, you can do stuff, but if you murmuring and disputing, man, why do I got to sit in this house and then everybody else get to go out and all this other stuff? Man, I really don't want to I don't want to homeschool these kids. You know what I'm saying? Or disputing, you got to dispute everything. Well, the reason why I ain't got to homeschool kids because whatever. Because when it says, after I hear, me personally, if I hear I don't have to homeschool my kids because after that I don't listen to you, because you're not about to come and have that doubt over on me. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, you are the company you keep, the people that you have around you. Remember that. If you don't think so for 1 minute, you are deceiving yourself. You have to do this. Walk is a dolo walk for a real woman of the Most High. Because real women of the Most High, guess what? When they walked up on her in about when the story starts, it's always she was doing something alone. And she was by herself. And if she was with women, she was with her damsels. And they were there to help her. Okay? Just something to think about. Because y'all can do it. Okay, do all things. Okay, 15, that ye may be blameless and harmless. And if you don't want to blameless and harmless, we want that look. It's hard to get. It's been plenty of times that I was not blameless, I was not harmless. My demon is anger. I get angry very quickly. Now that I've been really building up, I'm trying to catch myself. Sometimes I slip. Sometimes people, a lot of times people don't even know they was just in danger because I was that quiet and meek about it. But we have to remember that. I cut myself daily like, man, you was not being blameless and harmless in this situation. And the sons of Yahweh without rebuke in the midst of the crooked and perverse nation. We're crooked and perverse. You think you're gonna be blameless and harmless when you making videos the stunt on people, and that you're only doing that to be seen by man. You're not really doing that for the glory of the Most High. It's a perverse nation. It's challenges everywhere, TikToks. People just going left, and that's why it's good for you to stay with yourself. Sometimes you ain't got, if you don't want to reach out, you don't want to be around nobody, don't do it, because a real sister of the Most High gonna understand. Look, she got a lot that she need to do for her household. They'll be glad. And then they'll be so blessed and happy to talk to you because they know that you took the time out of your day from trying to be the best woman that you can to talk to them. So 16, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Yahawashi, but I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. You don't want to be doing all this labor in vain. When Yahawashi come back and you up here doing a video and you on like edit 20, you know what I'm saying? Like we as I'm not saying you recording videos of your life is wrong. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying, if you are you doing it for man, or are you doing it for the Most High? Okay, it's women. I'm talking to us women. If you're doing it for, I'm gonna tell you, if you don't know, if you're doing it, if you want to fool yourself, well, I am doing for the Most High. If you're doing it and you have all these cuts and bloopers and stuff, or you're just showing what looks good, you're doing it for man. If you really want to show a woman how to, if I was really to videotape my life, I would show my daughter whining. I would show me after I leave out of her room from her crying, me getting frustrated sometimes, because I'm like, man, I just want her to get better. You'll see me talk to the Most High in my head and keep walking. You'll see sometimes my husband, me and him in a mix of communication, how I can go off. And what it really is like in the life of someone that the Most High chose to go and be and talk to women. If it was up to me, I would not dare do it. I don't want to do it. But guess what? When I stopped doing that, my life went haywire. And I should never stopped. The Most High has his own plans for us, okay? He requires things from us as women. And I just want y'all to be successful. I don't want y'all to be no sluggards. I want y'all to know what's going on. I don't want y'all to be deceived. I don't want y'all to be in the mix of some drama. I don't want y'all to be in a relationship with a man that treats you a certain way because you didn't study and show yourself approved, and you didn't listen when that man told you what he requires as a wife. It's anti-sluggard season. Okay, let's keep going here. And not in vain. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. With her hands. Foolish woman, Most High, she's loud, she's simple, she's clamorous, she don't know nothing. That's how you can do that. It's different ways. That's, to me, when I hear every wise woman build up her house, I'm like, she must be cleaning, she must be having everything prepared from her house. When I hear, but the foolish woman plugging down with her hands, I see a woman that don't clean. I see a woman that don't try to do nothing for her family. I see a woman that sits around and don't do anything, that runs her mouth all the day long, plucking her household down because her husband is seeing that. If you a single woman and you doing that, that's crazy. You plucking down your house when you should be taking this time. When you ain't got no man, you need to sit and take this time to get to know what's required of you as a woman. Okay, don't be a sluggard about that. And I'm gonna just hit on something real quick. I'm gonna just tap it. If you're a single woman out there, it's a good chance that you could be with a man and he could want another wife. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing against the scripture. And if a person tells you that they're a liar and the truth ain't with them, period, your husband could get another wife. And that, to me, if it's done correctly, you will have someone that could be there to help you in these times. You getting help with cleaning up the house. You getting help with raising the children. You getting help with your food. Okay? Because you thinking that, oh, I'm just me. That's a sluggard spirit to me. You can debate if you want to, say what you want, but this is thus said the Lord. Your husband can have another wife if he choose for. Now the question is if he does it righteously or not. And you can tell if he done it righteously. You want to know how? You want to know the secret? You want to know? If he's done it righteously, all his wives will be able to sit together. That's how you know. So anyway, I just want to tap on that because because it's women that's listening to this and they have a sister wife. Don't be that sister wife because you came in there and you thought you was gonna be the main chick and you plucking down the household. You like because you trying to be the first spot. Or you that first wife and the second wife trying to come in and you plucking the household down because he brought in another wife and he told you that it's a possibility that he could have another wife. You know? So I'm just laying that out there. I'm hitting on all avenues because I don't want to be just talking to the married woman. I don't want to be just talking to the single women. I gotta address my sisters that got a sister wife as well. So let's keep going. So we talking about that foolish woman that could pull down her house and how a wise one builded it up. Second Thessalonians 3:10 through 12. For even when we were with you, this we command you. So wait, let me go back. So I'm about to give you the antidote to how you cannot, more examples or how you can build up your household and not pluck it down. Okay. Second Thessalonians 3:10 through 12. 10, for even when we were with you, this we command you that if any would not work, neither should he eat. Okay. That's you too, sisters. You got to work. And you got to do what you're supposed to do. And people quote that on a man that work, he don't eat. Well, if he's working for you to eat, clean up the doggone house. Shut up sometimes. It's hard. I'm telling you, that was one of the things that I'm to this day I have not yet to fully mastered. And I'm being real. But at least I'm trying. At least you're trying. Just try. And then it starts here with your mind, you know? So and if any man don't work, you don't eat. 11, for we hear that there are some that walk amongst you disorderly, working not at all, but are busybodies. See, sisters, these are what they call. This is what the scriptures call you. When you don't work, you are automatically a busybody. And let me tell you something. I know women that work and that are busybodies too. So just don't exclude yourself. Well, I do this all day. I'm good. Nope. No. Because they can be busybodies too, not working at all. Not working at all could be mean physically or spiritually. You ain't working and you're a busybody and they're amongst you. That's why it's best for you to look to your own home. 12, now them that are such, we command and exhort by Hamashiach Yahawashi, that with quietness they work and eat their own bread. That means that we're quiet and you eat your own food. You got your own thing going on here. And you could never be deceived. But it's sisters out there. I only talk to them probably once in a while. And then they check on me. I get lots of from the sisters that we are like this. I get texts from them. You know, they understand the thing that I'm going through right now. I understand what they're going through. I'm not gonna be like, well, she ain't say nothing to me at all. Like, I mean, of course, if you really love your sister, you're gonna make sure she's okay. But I'm talking like months. Months go by, you ain't hear from your sister. Something ain't right. And if you don't hear from them, they're still steadily posting stuff. She ain't your sister. Just call it ace, spade a spade. But if you hear from her when you can, we know what we going through. You know your sister. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like you got to be wise. Don't be a sluggard proving the people who are around you. Okay? Let's go to something else. I'm going to go to 1 Thessalonians 4:11-12. And also there's a precept of that, and that ye study to be quiet. So study it, work on it, meditate on it, to be quiet and to do your own business and stay to your own business. Every time it's like the Most High always shows me, like, don't do this, don't mess with that person, leave that person alone. You need to take this time to work on you. Like, he talks to me like I feel this in my spirit. Because if you don't, you can end up in the middle of a mess, or you can be in the Most High could be judging somebody, and then you come along trying to be there to help, and you end up making things worse for yourself, causing reproach on you and your household, because you was a sluggard when it came to minding your own business. And it said, work with your own hands as we commended you, that ye may walk honestly toward them that are without, and that ye may have lack of nothing. That's what it is. When you're quiet, you're working with your hands. And what's one thing you can do for you to go towards those without? Alms. Make some alms. That's how you go to those that's without. Okay? Like single sisters out here. I'm gonna touch on a single. If you're a single sister, you can the way you can help another sister that's, could be married, could not be married, or another sister, is to help them. That sister having trouble. Like, hey, what can I do to help? That's how you can be a help to a married sister. If a married sister, if she, of course she's gonna be like, you're gonna get super approved. Or you can be like, hey, well, can I have a class for all the women in here that homeschool, to give the sisters a break? Can we do that? If any of your sisters work on a garden, I want to help. All these things is gonna help you, single sister. For when you have your kids, you'll know what to do. You'll know how to, come together. And how to, you'll learn some jewels from those women, how to be a wife, and how to do alms. You'll learn all those things or how to grow your food for your household. You can learn all types of things, but it's not going to work if the sisterly system is corrupt. And right now it is super corrupt. Super corrupt. But the Most High is about to change all that soon. Watch what I tell you. Let's go now to the alms thing, to when it says that ye may walk honestly towards them that are without, and that ye may have lack of nothing. Okay, so if you go, you helping those without, which is alms, you'll lack for nothing. Why? Because Most High is going to make sure you have everything you need. So that ties into Matthew 6:4-6. 4, that thy alms be in secret. So go to those in secret, alms in secret. Okay. And thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. That's the thing. When you do if you do alms in secret, the Most High is going to reward you openly. If you're the type that like to, like alms, like for instance, people like to do video vlogs of their alms too. I don't know what's up with that. But, and they like to pray and show that they study for everybody to see. Let's go up here to 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are. What do the Most High calls them? Hypocrites. For they love to pray standing in synagogues and in the corner of the streets. They love to be seen. They love for everybody to see that they praying or they got their alms. They love it. But this is what the Most High says. That they may be seen of men. Don't be seen of men. Do what you supposed to do in secret. Okay? And it is more. Okay? Standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. What is their reward? The spoiler alert is here. 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into the house, into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. He's going to reward you openly. If you do not, if you pray in front of everybody, that's who, whatever they say to you, good, that was a good prayer, sister. Oh, this is nice, the water, sister. Guess what? That's your reward. You did it for men. And you can't get the blessing of the Most High. That's what sluggards do. A sluggard loves to be seen, wants to be seen like they're doing something. Someone that's not a sluggard, they don't care. They just go and they do. We have to, as women, we have to do better at that. If not, guess what's going to end up happening? You're going to be talked about like a dog behind your back. Okay? And then it's going to come to your face. Then it's going to be weird. I'm telling you. Do this for the Most High. To hell with the men. When I say men, I don't mean like a physical man. I mean men, all of us, humans, Israelites, heathens. Okay, Titus 2 and 5. What are we supposed to do? Titus 2. Oh no, sorry, Salakia. Colossians 3:23. And whatsoever you do, do it heartily as to Yahweh and not unto men. If you're gonna be out here doing stuff, do it with all your heart for him. If you want to do alms, you better make them alms, every single alm, like it's for the Ancient of Days himself. Like it's for Yahawashi himself. Don't be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make this real quick just to show that I'm doing alms. That ain't what? What is that? You giving the Most High a half job? Why? Do it all the way heartily, or don't do it at all. Titus 2 and 5. What are we supposed to do? To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. Let me rewind that. Husbands on there, obedient, good at keepers at home. At home. Married woman, single woman, sister wise woman, at home. It ain't good. It's not good for the hold on. Sis, you okay? I see Daughters of Zion. So, Shalom, Sister Vita. Okay. She'll elaborate. I know that, sister. But to do heartily as to Yahweh and not into men. Okay? And if you're gonna do something, you're gonna use your life as a testimony, use your life correctly. Oh, okay. Okay, she said it paused. It's okay, it's back on now. Okay. The connection around here is crazy. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and do this lesson, because I don't know what this snow is gonna be doing, what this weather gonna be. But wholeheartedly, to do it heartily as to Yahweh and not to men. That's how we supposed to do it for him. Everything to our best ability. If you're gonna clean up like to your best ability. Stop doing stuff half ass. Get up. Stop being lazy. Clean up your house. Get your kids in order. Because if you don't, You gonna have to pay for that. Just how the Most High can reward you openly, He can make your life miserable too in the secret. And you know you going crazy, but when people see you, you like, no, girl, I'm fine. What's going on with you? Like, what's going on? Okay, there's plenty more examples with that. Okay, that the word of Yahweh will not be blasphemed. Like when people I went to I had to do something at the courthouse. I won't dare to go to jail, meet in court or nothing. But I had to take care of some business there. It was two young ladies in there. And she was like, they were talking to me and stuff. We was laughing. And she was like, that's weird. I've never met a Israelite woman before. I see the men, but I ain't never really see the women like that. And I was like, because we're usually at home. We're not really being seen like that, you know. And then when you go out, you gotta don't be a slugger. And I'm okay. I'm gonna say this, okay. If you're an Israelite woman, okay, and you're trying to live this life, our history is that our feet didn't touch the ground. Okay. Don't be out there looking bad when you go out in public. Don't be having on your fringes and border blue and you out there buying cigarettes, weed. You know what I'm saying? You at the trap house with your border and blue and fringes, or you up and you mean as hell to everybody. You're representing the Most High, okay? When you go out. When a woman, you gotta understand, you can be representing all of us, and what they leave from you is that, oh, Israelite women are mean, they hateful, or why they dress like they about to run away or something. You know, they look weird, they look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, take care of yourself. Don't be a sluggard on how you take care of yourself. And then some of us that, you know, a lot of us that we choose not to wear makeup. That's fine. If you choose not to wear makeup, that's on you. But where there's no law, there's no sin. Where there's no law, there's no sin. There's nothing in law to say a woman cannot adorn themselves modestly. Or thou shalt make it up not the face. I read scriptures on what we ain't supposed to wear, how we supposed to talk. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to raise our kids, all that, but never that. You know, it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about what your husband wants anyway. If you got a husband, he's like, I just want to see you more natural, then do that. You know what I'm saying? My husband, I just been blessed with a man that he likes the fact that I take my time to look good for him. Now it's like, if you sit in the house, like I'm the type of woman, like I sit in the house all day and I'll put some clothes on. I'll try to look decent for my husband, you know. But it's not fair when you look like you looking crazy all week long, and then as soon as you know you about to be around a lot of people, you dress up. Your husband gonna be like, "Are you doing it? Why you ain't doing this for me?" Because at the end of the day, your husband the only one that matters, sister. Not what the rest of these men and women think about you. Pleasers of men. Okay. Don't be a sluggard on having yourself. The world calls it self-care. You know, when you adorn yourself, you make sure the little things in your house is put together. You making schedules and stuff, because sometimes you gotta make a schedule. And if your house is messed up, make a list with each room. Take a week on each room in your house. That way, if you're done early, you can do something else. That's what I'm saying. I just want us to be better as women, okay? Let me keep going. So we don't want to look bad and be blaspheming. Okay, keepers of your own home. Keep your house clean. Keep your house in order. Proverbs 31:13. What did the Proverbs 31, the virtuous woman do? Okay, let me see. I see this from a sister, Adrian Veka Salaki, if I'm saying it right. Shalom, sister. What if you are married to a man who doesn't follow the Most High yet, and he wants you to dress a certain way? Now, that's a good question. Who comes first in your life? Your husband or the Most High? I'm gonna answer that for you. It's the Most High. Sometimes you got to now hold up. Now let me ask you this, Sister Adrian. What is your husband making you dress that certain way in the house, or he wants you to dress like that, like out? He wants you to dress like revealing in public. Okay, because if he wants you to dress like some men, they like they women to dress like little, they little thing in the house. They want to show, they want them to dress a little sexy. If you in the house, fine. But if you're going out and if whatever he's telling you to wear goes against the laws of the Most High, you don't compromise the laws of the Most High for no man, no one. If it tells you to depart from your parents and cleave, your husband's supposed to cleave to you. And then when he sees that consistency, he's gonna probably want to, see more about your God. That's what could end. And if he's not careful with you because you're trying to seek him, then the Most High finds very effective ways to remove husbands from households. Believe that. Let me and it just hit Colossians 3:23, and whatsoever you do it heartily, do it with all your heart to the Lord and not to man. The Most High is not going to want his daughter to dress like a slut. He ain't gonna want that. You want the water sister. You're not gonna want that. And that's a good question to everybody out here. If anybody compromises your walk with the Most High, you have to. And I would never tell a woman to leave her husband. I'm never telling a woman to leave her husband. If it gets to a point that he's beating up on you and stuff like that, then you need to separate, and let the Most High make that situation clean again. He can make it clean. But just know, it goes deep. I can answer more. Let me put my email in the chat so we can go more into that. If we need to, because I don't want to go like too far, because that's a hole right there. I'm telling you, from the tents of God gmail.com. That's my personal email. If you want to get in contact with me, you got questions, please feel free. I come strong on here because that's just the spirit of Yahweh moving through me. But when you come to me, you talk to me, you will find that it is nothing really like I'm the most down to earth person that you can know. But if you're the person that don't like, if you're the type of sister that don't want to be sugar coated, you want stuff sugar coated, I'm not that sister. If you need to get yourself in order, I'm gonna say, sister, it sounds like from what you told me, you need to get yourself in order. But that's why I say, you single sisters or sisters that's in the truth, you have to study to show yourself approved. Okay? Do not let any man pull you out of there. I've heard horror stories. So please know that I stand by that wholeheartedly. If you are if you're a sister wife, talk to the sister wives. If you're a sister wife and your husband y'all having sex with each other, you're going off. That's not the Most High. Okay? Don't be a sluggard on these scriptures, because you're going to be looking like a jerk, and you're going to be in some elder or some camp leader's inbox crying your heart out because you got deceived, because you didn't study and show yourself approved. Just saying. Yes, sister. Yes, sister. Please email me. Now, if sometimes I'm gonna start checking them more hourly, so I can extend myself, to really help my sisters. Okay. Let me see. Where was we at? Anybody got any other questions? That was a on topic question. That was a great question. Okay. Let me see. So we're at Proverbs 31:13. We was talking about what the virtuous woman do. She seeketh wool and flax, worketh willingly with her hands. So yes, it the daughters of Zion, she had a nice precept for well that applies for husband and wives as well. So I'm gonna pull that up. Let me, because I want y'all to learn. I want y'all to know. It's a beautiful thing when you a sister and you know, and you won't fall for no backwards man that will deceive you. That's beautiful to me. I'll go out my way to help a sister like that. So you'll know, hey, you're not supposed to do this. Examine these men. Don't be so quick to run to a man. They are the men, don't get me wrong, they beautiful, they strong men and they're gods on here on earth. I don't know what I would be without my husband. So, but don't be with the wrong man, rushing, juking yourself. Now all of a sudden that mud feel and you up there, and he feel like he going to the toilet on me. Like you don't want to do that. So I'll take out my time. That's not in vain. Yep, I knew that's what it was. Matthews 10, 37 through 38. And he that loveth father and mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son and daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. Because you ain't take up that cross, this word, and follow after him. And he just like how these the women are getting exposed and getting taken away from their man. The Most High will remove them. He'll do the same thing for that man. Because remember, sisters, I don't care what nobody tell you. You are a daughter of the Most High, the creator of all things. He ain't gonna let nobody just sit around you and just beating you up and stuff like that. And you really seeking him. He ain't gonna do that. Okay. Let me go here. Let me go to Salaki, where we at? Because I think I'll scroll. Okay, I see where we at now. So we talked about the Proverbs 31:13. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She's always working all the time with her hands. She's always doing something. Okay. Proverbs 31:27 and 28. And hold up, let me go back. Let me rewind. When I say working willingly with her hands, it's not working on the phone. Oh my God, they said this. Me do. That's not working willingly with your hands. Just to clarify that. So Proverbs 31:27 to 28. She looketh well to the ways of her household. Her household. And eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, and her husband also, and he praiseth her. You know what? Let's get into that one right there. It said her children and her husband called her blessed. That's honor. Not, oh, these sisters over there say I'm blessed. This brother over here say I'm blessed. It's all about what your husband say and your kids. Because I know women right now, to everybody else, they are gold. They do everything they can. But when it comes to their household, they're not being called blessed. Okay. You can't we got that. Those are the only folks that really truly matters. Sisterhood matters, but what your husband thinks and what your children thinks is what really counts. The Most High is going to judge you for that in the gates. Like, how you gonna be a sister that make fringes and tassels for everybody else, and we look at pictures and stuff, and your kids don't even have hardly no tassels and fringes on? How you gonna be making stuff for the community and your family barely in the laws? How you gonna do that? I'm just something to think about. Proverbs 31:31. Okay, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Her own works is going to praise her in the gates. What you did while you was working, that's what you're going to be praised for, not running around with being around in the in crowd. Like, we got to get that sluggish spirit off of us. Proverbs 16:3, commit thy works unto Yahweh, and thy thoughts shall be established. Commit your works, do everything for him, and then you'll start thinking. Your mindset will change. You'll be like, man, I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. Well, I need some me time. I want to go take some time with the sisters. You ain't gotta have no me time. Me time is great, but you don't have to have it. If you do have it, consider it a blessing. So you telling me time to me. Now, me time in my mind is that you go out and it's you, me, I, you go out somewhere and you have me time, not I need me some me time and you making this big thing, and then you go out to be with another group of people that you don't really know, they even really give a damn about you. Just to be honest, take the time and love yourself. Be one with yourself. Make yourself smile. Okay? Make outside your family and your kids, you got to make sure that you make yourself smile. What makes you smile as a woman? When you take that anti-slugger spirit off and your house is clean. Everything's clean. Clean, clean, clean. Right now, I'm going to take my advice after this video and finish the rest of my house. I do lessons on things that cut me, that I need to work on. That way it humbles me. And I need to work on it. I need to work on not being a slugger spirit. And I can't use, my daughter was this. I can't use that as a spirit, or not get a reason for me not getting my daughters together. If anything, that should be the reason for me to go stronger to get my daughter together. You can't use the bad things in your life to stop you from being a great woman of the Most High. Okay? That words will be established. Okay. 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do all in the glory of Yahweh. Anything you do it for the glory of Yahweh. Okay? And then you'll be fine. I believe I have full confidence in Yahweh that some of you sisters out there, you are listening to it, and he's just flowing this word in you, and it's giving you the strength to get up off your tail and do something with your house. Get it in order. Now, for like the sister earlier, sister Veronica, not having a man in truth, that could be hard. But whatever she do, if she's doing everything for Yahweh, if she doing everything, she committing her works into Yahweh, then everything else will come into play. Like, she being real with herself. Like, if she's saying, I'm really getting up studying, I'm really trying to get my household together, I'm seeking the Most High, I'm praying, I'm doing all this, and I've been doing it for a while. Because let me tell you something too, Sister Adrian, before things will get better, it's going to get a little bit worse. Okay? Because I don't know no one that's came in this truth and they ain't hit no hard spot. Boom. everything gonna go real bad because like all of us in here, the Most High, he's the type of God that you're gonna have to prove yourself to him. And you prove that how when you go through something bad, will you still follow me? If your husband tells you to put this on, would you still follow me? That right there, you trusting him, you will get honor for that openly. And your mind will go at ease. But we got to take the sluggard spirit where I'm just gonna give up and let him, I'm gonna just be the person that he wants me to be. No, because you taking 10 steps backwards and all them hurdles that you had to jump real quick to go to the Most High, you're gonna have to jump them again, and your energy level is down because you just did it. Okay, that's something that we have to look at that as a sister, please. Okay, do everything for him, everything for him. You know, let's skip over now to Luke 1 and Luke chapter 1 verse 37. For with Yahweh nothing shall be impossible. Through Yahweh nothing is impossible. I believe in Yahweh. I believe that Yahawashi is this, is the Most High's son. I believe that, but I also believe what Yahawashi said. He said he ain't good, nothing but him. But I'm going to I'm telling you that through Yahweh, nothing is possible. Nothing. I mean, nothing is impossible. You know what I'm saying? And sister, okay. And that's good. Sister Adrian, I'm telling you, I'm not just speaking with you because I've heard other sisters had these issues. You putting it out there like that you're really helping other sisters that probably is too afraid to ask. And I'm telling you, that happens more often than we know in Israel. Okay, that happens more than we know, that women are being victimized because they didn't even breed properly. They were just so excited to be with a man that they ain't even really do what the Most High. The Most High say, prove your friends. You're gonna have to prove the man that your foundation belongs to him for the rest of your life until he dies. Okay. But nothing through him is impossible. So you can get that sluggard spirit. Keep praying and praying and praying. I ain't gonna say, okay, you gonna pray and you gonna get out of bed like, this is great. I feel whole now. The sluggardness in me is gone. It ain't gonna happen like that. You're gonna slowly get to it. You're gonna fastly get to it. It's all about what you're thinking. You think like, if you think the Most High is gonna get you up and do what he's gonna get it, but without works, faith ain't it dead? Am I saying that right? Faith without works is dead. So you gotta kind of pace yourself. Like some of you laying down all day, get up, try to set your alarm for 5. Like when I was trying to get back to when this stuff, I'm to be real with you, when this stuff first happened to my daughter and I first got home, and I'm telling you, I started drinking. I loved it every night for me to go to sleep because my mind was just going. I didn't care. I was like, man, I'm about to take this drink. And then it sounds innocent. I was like, well, she just drunk and go to sleep. But it's when I turned to Eddie Kane on 5 Heartbeats nights. You see what the devil tried to do to me? Like like drinking. But I didn't see myself being able to go to sleep without having a drink. And then slowly I prayed to Yahweh. I fast, I talked to him, and then slowly, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's no sin against drinking, but too much of anything can harm you. But that I'm just putting myself to show you, like, through Yahweh, anything is possible. You can take that sluggard spirit off of you. Okay, Proverbs 13:4. Proverbs 13:4. the soul of the sluggard desire, and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. A sluggard desire, girl. I want to lose weight. I want to grow a garden. I want to homeschool my kids. I want to do this. I want to make garments. I want to know how to sew. I want to know how to make tassels. They desire, but they ain't doing nothing to do it. And you ain't gonna have nothing. You ain't gonna have no garden. You ain't gonna have no. You're gonna have some Americanized kids. You know. Everything you ain't gonna have it, but the soul of the diligent. So a diligent person is like just keep going for it. Shall be made fat. Now I ain't talking about you gonna be walking around here in my 600-pound life fat. I'm talking about you'll be fat with joy. Fat with joy because you're doing everything. You're full. You got a full plate. Because I gotta get up. I get up at 5. Go work out. Then I gotta prepare. I gotta get food ready. I gotta prepare my snacks for the day. I gotta prepare my husband's snacks for the day. I gotta get my kids and my husband clothes ready. I gotta go to work. I gotta do this for the business. Like it's like you're fat. But you're diligent. You're doing it. And you're gonna feel so good about yourself. It's hard work. Being a woman of the Most High is the hard work. And if you think for a minute that you don't matter, you're wrong. You matter. You ain't just no replaceable kaboth. And for the women that don't know what that means, in Hebrew, that means poo-poo, vagina. You're not just a replaceable vagina. You are someone important. You are what the Most High said, a man, his son, a God, has to leave his parents and come to you. If you're doing it right, you'll have a good man. If you're doing it wrong, you won't. I'm just putting it out. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? So that's just something that we need to keep in mind. Okay? That you will be able to do this. You're important. Just for example, let me just do a little parable here. You got the basketball team, you got the water boy. Okay? Without the water boy, he ain't playing. Us, we don't go out there and we don't teach. We ain't got it. We ain't close to the coach. Not like that. I mean, he come and talk with us sometimes, but not really. But if you don't give that water boy no water, if the water boy ain't pushing out water, what's going to happen to the players? They're going to get thirsty. And then they're going to have to take their water bottles from other places that they probably shouldn't even be taking water from. Needless to say, the water person that passes out water is important. Everybody has what they should do on a team. And our team, the team of us women is we got to make sure all our players are well. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs 14:23 next. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. So you up there talking to penury mean you're gonna be poor. I mean, when you talk, that's what you're gonna do. Talk. You ain't doing nothing. Like if you want to go out here and you feel like the Most High really putting in your spirit to help sisters, then go do it. Don't talk about it because you're gonna end up poor. The Most High is you're gonna do it anyway. If he's telling you to do it, you're gonna do it, or your life is gonna be crazy. So in labor, you profit. When you take the time out, you teach your kids, that's a labor that you will profit from in the future. You take care of your husband, you will profit from that because he'll be able to provide more of the household. Okay? So that's something to take in mind. Proverbs 20:4, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. What does a sluggard do? What does that mean? Let me tell you that proverb. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold, because that means there's a sluggard always got an excuse. They always got an excuse why they can't do nothing. I don't want to do this because of this. I don't want to do that because that. I don't want to homeschool my kids because I'm tired. I got stuff I need to do. I don't want to I don't want to have a sister wife because I feel like it's only should be me. You know, there's always you always complaining. Then instead of just doing, do it. Just like you can pick up your phone, look at all these other people's lives on social media and do all that stuff. Put that crap down and do. Okay? It shouldn't be no excuse. This is the time for us to go out as women, do stuff right now, anyway, for our household. And it says, therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing. And then when everybody else has what the most high have for them, here you come around begging. Sister, can you please can you help me make this because I didn't do this? And when I try to send the invitation, everybody needs to let's go and try to work out. Let's get strong. Let's try to grow our own garden. Let's learn how to make a fire. Let's have all our kids homeschool together every now and again. But they don't know because I don't want my kids to learn with your kid, with everybody else's kids, you know. And then you got your son that's an Israelite, or your daughter as an Israelite in early college by herself and end up going left. Instead, when you could have all been learning together, all y'all kids are going to be going into early college. And guess what? Your kid not sitting there alone being scrutinized and doubting their self and doubting everything you taught them, but they with all their brothers and sisters and they're not on their own. You see that? You see how now you see how we are really messed up as women, because that's the way it's supposed to go. Like, you talk about it, yeah, we should go together and homeschool. You ain't doing nothing to come to do nothing with that. You talking about planting, you ain't doing nothing you just talking with your lips, wasting everybody's time that you are talking to. Like, that's for the birds right there. Get yourself together, sisters. Because if you don't, it could go left. Let me keep going. Let me keep going on here. Proverbs 14. Hold up. I said 20 and 4. Okay, let me go to Sirach 10 and 27. Better is he that laboreth and aboundeth in all things than he that boasteth himself and wanteth bread. He just don't make this stuff up. It's better for you to cook and clean and to grow your stuff and to get strong. It's better for you to labor. For that type of labor is because let me tell you something, sisters. When my husband said something so deep the other day to when we was talking. He said, people aren't jealous of you because of what you have. People are jealous of your discipline because they don't have the discipline to do it themselves. That's what it is. Labor is discipline. You're not gonna get what you want without laboring. And I'm telling you, like the world, the ways of the world are perverse. Women are going to get surgery. Oh, you got now. I just found out that if you don't have any surgeries on your body, any augmentations, anything done, you have a poor person's body. I just found that out. And guess what? Poor to me, because when I get older and your expensive body start falling apart, my cheap body is going to be holding up just fine. Like, work hard. If they took the time out and worked hard to get the body, work out, eat, do all that, that's what you do. But you up there longing, wanting things, and man, I'm gonna go work out and I'm gonna go do this and I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna do this, and you're not doing it. You're lying to yourself. And the most importantly of all things, the Most High is frowning upon you. And you boast yourself, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I got this and I got that, and like boasting yourself out, showing people I got this in the world, and behind the backdrop, you ain't got none of that. Like, it's just certain things that we women have to do. Ecclesiastes 9:10, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might. Everything you do, do it with all your might. Don't have things out there. If you're gonna grow your food, don't just have a little bitty plant here. Grow your food. Grow it. Oh, I got one apple bush right here. Girl, sis, do a variety of foods. Okay? If you're going to work out, go all the way into workout, eating healthy, getting to sleep the best way you can. Get it in. Okay? If you're trying to work on your marriage, do it wholeheartedly. Really work on it. So try to submit yourself to your husbands. And from the early thing, from what we just talked about, in all righteousness through the Most High. Okay, so it says better. Let me see here. And do it all thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. So you can do this, because after this is death, and you cannot go back and be like, Lord, it's a time machine in here, because I want to go back to when my kids was a baby so I can help them. I want to go back, and this time when I told my husband, this, and this to make him act this way. It ain't none of that. I want to go back and make food before before they jacked up the prices. I want to go back and grow my food before they make everybody take a shot in order to go inside the grocery stores. You ain't gonna, it ain't no go back in the grave. No take backs. That's why you got to do everything now with all your heart and with all your mind. Well, all of you. Okay. Sirach 17:27. Who shall praise the Most High in the grave, instead of them which liveth and give thanks? Live, give thanks by doing what you're supposed to do as a woman of the Most High. That's how you give thanks. Give thanks by being good to your husband. Give thanks by concentrating on your household. Give thanks by actually reading the word for yourself and not going off. Give thanks by getting up and being the best woman you can be, and repent and praise him. Stop just going to him and asking him for stuff. Lord, I know I ain't talked to you for a while. Or I talked to you yesterday. But can you please let my husband get me that 2020 BMW on rims? I don't want it, me personally, but I'm just saying. You go to him and ask for something instead of just saying, Lord, I just thank you. I thank you for another day. I thank you for this time. I thank you for choosing me. He likes to be praised. Don't be a sluggard on praising the Most High too. And you need to praise him on your knees. Okay? Sirach 14:12. Remember that death will not be long in coming, and the covenant of the grave is not shown unto thee, my sister. The grave ain't shown to nobody. So you got to live each moment with all your heart. Because I guarantee you the type of person, you spend a lot of time just sitting around, waiting around, or not really doing this, or not being really doing that, not raising your kids, not trying to be a good wife, not trying to keep your household in order, not trying to do any of that. Guess what's going to end up happening, dear sister? Guess what's going to end up happening? You're going to live the rest of your whole life out in full fledged regret. Darn, I don't know how that, you'll be questioned. I don't know how my daughter end up being just going around with a white man, or how my daughter ended up being gay, or how my son ended up with another nation, how my son ended up being gay, why they still in the house, why he ain't going out doing that. Because you was a sluggard. You was a sluggard. You ain't do nothing. You caused this. Because a man establishes his household, but our negligence can mess up the whole foundation. Us being a sluggard can mess up everything. And your kid's going to be asking you, Mommy, how come you made me go to school? Why did you have me? I got jumped. I got beat up. I had to do this. I had to hang around with these guys I didn't want to hang out. Why did you do that? Is you're going to have two answers that I've known, because I want you to see how you work around with other kids. When you don't even go around other women just to see how they hanging around. Worldly women. Or, because I couldn't get off. We was both working and no. All labor is hard. It's your responsibility. The Most High gave you that child. We're keepers of home, not keepers of whatever you work for. Your first obligation is your children. Your kids are being destroyed at them schools. I'm telling you that now. Them them having the spirit of Most High, you're essentially sending them in a den full of demons every day. And you don't think one of them gonna hop up on them and come home and don't want to listen, or don't want to talk to you, or don't really want to be in prayer? You don't think that's gonna happen? It's going to happen. But you go and you take your children, you get very well around the people that that's like-minded. Be with other sisters that's homeschooling. Then you don't have, that's less something that you don't have to worry about. And you know how I said, when I said earlier, how something when you do something, how it's like sweet to your soul when you accomplish something. Imagine when you homeschooling your kids. That is so sweet. And you ain't even gotta wake up every day and, okay, I'm gonna have class the same hour that you have in school. You ain't gotta do that. You can have it at night. You can have it during the day. You can have it anytime you want to. You can get off and do it. You can make packets. You can do it on weekends. I wouldn't say do it over the weekends forever, but just you have a more of a flexibility. Because half of the stuff that your kids learn in school, it ain't gonna help them. They can learn a trade from home. Okay, just know that we got to do everything and before we die, sisters. Okay, death is not a stranger to none of us. Sisters either. Women, they're killing us too. Okay? Or your kids. Be haste to teach your kids about the Most High, because if you don't, something end up happening to them because you was a sluggard. They don't know who to call on. And then people are easily persuade them to serve their God because you was a sluggard, sisters. Just something to remember. We only got a couple more to go. Proverbs 6 through 11. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, thou woman that don't do nothing and sit around and twiddle her thumbs on the phone, okay, or on the TV. Consider her ways and be wise. Consider the ant's ways and be wise. What is that? Let's get into it. 7, which have no God, overseer, or ruler. They have no God or no overseer. We have, like, technically, our husbands could be our overseer, but the Most High ain't down here like, you get up, do this. You need to go do that. Do this, do that. The Most High just watching you. Just like ain't nobody, really telling. We don't know, but I'm just assuming if the Most High use them as a example, that they pretty much, do their own job. 8, provideth her meat in the summer and gather her food in the harvest. So in the summer, and like right now, this is the perfect time for you to prepare for spring and summer, because these prices are getting high. These prices are getting ridiculously high. Okay. Like, you ain't gotta grow food together. Like, you want to do something to sister, make a mass garden for all of y'all. Have a garden. Buy the gates to go around it. That's your drinking money right there. The money you take to go drinking stuff and go shopping. I was with it too, but right now is a time for us to gather. Take that, get a little cow's fence around. Dig your stuff up. Come together as sisters. Like, okay, this is for this household, this for this household, this for this household, or this is all for everybody. However you do it, come together and get stronger. Come together and learn how to survive. Because when they come in and the government comes and they try to take you, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna knock your husband out first. They're gonna kill him first. Then you've been a sluggard. You don't know what to do. You over there. Or they talking while they killing your, let's just be real. You got to think real. This ain't no fantasy. When they taking out your husband, you in the back quiet, getting your kids out because y'all already have a root already together. Okay? Or you learning how to, or you getting on a treadmill or something every day. You learning to run for a longer distance. You learn to endure. You can't be a sluggard. Okay? So it says, okay, that was 8-9. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? When are you gonna get your tail up and do something with yourselves? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little fold other hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveled, and they want as an armed man. They want, like, give it up. You gonna want it like that, fast, aggressive. That's what I'm saying. Like, us sitting around, you can't. Let me tell you about, a lot of us hasn't hit into reincarnation. Let me tell you something right now. We were all here before. Okay. And we were here in every captivity. You came back in every captivity. And some of our captivities, we literally gave birth and had to go right back outside and finish picking our cotton. Finish picking finish making quotas. Some of us got raped by the masters right after having a baby because they want to know how it feels. They want blood on their mamanthas. That's a penis for in Hebrew. You survived, my sister, through all the captivities. You was made to work. Just like the men are made to work, we're made to work too. We're made to gather. We're made to teach our children. And it's hard work. This society has made us so comfortable that we really are comfortable sending our kids to the oppressor. Because you want your time in a land that don't even give a damn about you. You'll go and do all you can for the oppressor. You gonna work. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna da da da. You do all that, and then when it comes to your kids, they get your sloppy seconds. Get your life together, my sisters. As a whole, me too. Get your life together, because we got to do better than that. We got to get up. Get up. And your sisters, that happened to your sisters too. every day. That's why. And then when you're working like you supposed to for your household, when that Sabbath come, that rest is gonna be gold. Gold. You're gonna be like, oh, I need this. Like today, I was knocked out. And it felt so good when I woke up. And you gotta know that's a commandment. That 6 days you supposed to be working. Okay? You supposed to work. I'm just saying. It's commanded of you. And the 7th day you rest. See, but they'll be everybody's so focused on the law, what you is and what you supposed to be doing and what you not supposed to be doing on the Sabbath. But you missing out that black highlighter over work 6 days. Come on. Proverbs 31:15. The Proverbs 31 woman. She rises also while it is night, and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She's working all the time. All the time that Proverbs 31 woman is working. Even at night. Like right now, I could be asleep. I could be knocked out right now. But I'm up because the Most High commanded me to do this work. Sabbath's over now for me. Okay? Now, Proverbs 31:30. Wait a minute. I'm Salakia. Oh, wait. Something is off here. I don't know why this computer just did this to me. Okay, so let's go to this last. I got 2 more verses to bring out after this. Okay. Favor is deceitful. Proverbs 31:30. Favor. Oh, she got the best. She got the best vlogs. Okay. She does this great. She does this. The favor is deceitful. Because they can tell you that, but they talk about you like a dog behind your back. Okay? Or you want to be favored by everybody. That's deceitful. And beauty is vain. Okay? You being the most beautiful, you being beautiful, being a sluggard, you just a pretty, you just taking up space. No man don't care if you're the most beautiful woman around. Do you keep? Work, help. That's all I'm saying. So favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth Yahweh shall be praised. So if you do what you're supposed to do for the Most High, not I love the Most High, I love him, he my God. Ooh yes, the Most High. Yahweh said this, Yahweh said that, all this, and then as soon as the closed doors come, behind closed doors, when Yahweh sees you, you showing your tail, you acting like a jerk, you doing crazy stuff. Be a sluggard. Stop being a sluggard. Sluggard. Stop being a sluggard, okay? Let me go over here. Let me bring out this last verse to jumpstart what's going on here. Because we have to push ourselves. It's hard for some of us. It's hard when you've been making excuses all your life. And no one's never held you accountable, and you realize that you're the daughter of the Ancient of Days. It's hard. But through Yahweh, anything is possible. You understand? Okay. Let me see. Well, I have faith in y'all. Y'all can do it. You can do it. Because the same reason why you need to do it, because you're the Most High daughter, is the same reason why you can do it, because you're the Most High's daughter. So, Proverbs, this is my favorite verse, this is my life verse. 25:28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. If you cannot say, I'm going to do this for me, I'm going to do this for first of all, you're going to do it for Yahweh. You're going to do it for yourself. You're going to do it for your family. If you cannot take away that sluggard spirit, you're just like a city broken down with no walls. What happens when nothing has no walls? Anything can come in and get you. That's when you up for demonic attack. That's when you start doubting yourself, when you don't think you're pretty enough, when you really get sucked in on this social media crap. Because I'm the first to tell you right now, a lot of that stuff be fake. A lot of the stuff is fake. The relationships are fake. Everything, the way they conduct their house, everything is fake. But I'm telling you, if you don't have control of your spirit to say and go to Yahweh and say, Yahweh, first of all, forgive me for being a sluggard all this time. Thank you for letting me see that I'm a sluggard. And I've been a sluggard because I haven't straightened up my house. I haven't been doing stuff for the kids. I've been making an excuse about teaching my kids all about you, being a good wife, being a good sister wife, trying to go with any man without knowing the Most High first. See, you got to have if you're a single sister, you got to cleave to the Most High with everything in you. Everything. How you going to love a man and you don't even know to love the Most High? This is preventive. Look at this video as preventive maintenance. We're preventing you from being a full out sluggard. I'm preventing you from being in terrible relationships. I'm preventing you for not loving yourself, or preventing you from starving because you didn't think it was a season for you to grow your food. You know what I'm saying? In this captivity, if it's happy-go-lucky all the time, something bad is about to happen to you to change your mind. Okay? But if you believe in the Most High, it's going to work out for the good. So don't worry. When the bad times come, that's why you got to rejoice in those times. Like, all praise to the Most High. This was good. Like, you could be, for a crazy, silly example, you could be in the bed and you get bed bugs. And you got bumps all over your body. Oh my God, it's awful. And you can't lay down no more. You got to get up. You got to clean up your room. You got to check everything room, clean up. How that bad worked out for good? Because you was actually up working, cleaning up your house. The Most High got you out of that bed. He sent them bed bugs. You're a daughter of the Most High. You are above all the women, my dear sisters. You're it. Look that way. Talk to the Most High. You'll feel that way. Make that a dwelling in your household and work on it every single day. I'm telling you, it's hard, but it'll come easy as time goes by. As time goes by and you really are in your mind is doing this, everything will work out for the good, my sisters. Okay. Again, my email is from the tents of Gad. Let me put that up here. from the tents of Gad at gmail.com. That's my email. Contact me if you want to learn more about, you got any other questions that or on another subject. I'm be there to answer you. I'm gonna answer you through scriptures the best way I know how. I'm old school. If it's a long thing, or we're talking for a while, we're texting for a while, I'd like to hear who I'm talking to. I'm that old. That's with the old folks at. There's no cap. I like to talk to people on the phone. So, if it's a lot, if not, then, the initial screening, I like to go through from the tents of Gad, because as you know, as a woman, when you're putting yourself out there to give counseling, you got to be careful who you put. You can't cash your jewels on swine. Okay. So that's why I prefer email instead of giving you my personal number or what have you. So now, with that being said, I have so many other things coming up that could help us as women. Little videos here and there that I might just video and then paste it on, because I want to help show you guys how to be better daughters of Yahweh. Okay. If you are a sister out there, you're a sluggard, you went off, ask for forgiveness, work on it. Okay? And really work on it. And you got this. And a positive note, because I know a lot of people, a lot of sisters, they follow the tracking of my daughter. She is still very much active. She has she's moving she's giving an effective yes or no, like no, yes. She's saying her words are coming out as patterns versus her blah 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 blah. Like she now it's like and we like, what you saying. So all praises to the Most High. And you, my sisters, when he rises her up and make her fully healthy, I'm gonna sit my daughter right beside you, right beside me, and y'all can see the glory of our Father, because I know for a fact, bigger than a mustard seed, that not only he's going to heal her, but he's going to make her stronger than way better than she was before. So will he do our household as well. And when everybody sees the miracle that he can perform, what he can do, then we can trust him more. You can trust him a lot more. Okay. But I just want to let y'all know that good news, and just all praises to Yahweh. You have to praise his name. You got to thank him. You got to thank him and praise his name. Okay. So with that being said, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Hamashiach. Hold up. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi, Shamartha. When I say it slow, I always go left. But Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahawashi, Shamartha to you, my sisters. That means Most High in Christ watch you. And thank you guys. If you have any donations, you can send it to COM 821. If you have any donations, what have you, COM 821. If any of you sisters want to get, I just started back selling nose chains or what have you, you can send me a message through from the tents of Gad. What else? If you need a beer oil, you want to surprise your husband with some beer oil, I grow it out from my own personal garment. You can text me about that. If you need tassels, garments, we can do that. Now, don't think for 1 second that I didn't hear y'all requests for learning how to sew and make tassels. I do plan to do that. I didn't say when, because I know that that time is at hand, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So the water sister, and this sister right here, the Daughters of Zion, she has a page too. Sister, if you can put the name of your page, will you be doing your lessons on? Like this is a promise, like another example. She does lunar Sabbath. I do the Sabbath day, the 7-day Sabbath. Do we argue and fuss about this stuff? No. Do we appreciate the fact that we are in this truth and we're still rehearsing the righteous acts? Yes. Okay. Only thing we care about, a sister, a women that's been in here for a while, is if you follow the Most High, you believe in the whole laws and its full entire and to its full extent. That's what we believe in. Anything else besides that, that's between that individual and Yahweh. So, sis, I know I'm seeing now that when I say something, it takes a couple seconds for y'all to hear it. I'm a little ahead of y'all, but put it in the chat. Put in the chat after this video ends, so sisters can, she does like day-to-day activities, like what activities you can do with your kids on the Sabbath and what have you. Okay. So love you guys. Take this week, couple weeks, and really get to the point where you're getting up to study. Rebuke that sluggard spirit. Okay. Because it's not of the Most High. Okay. Love you guys. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Shamartha.